A good traveler has no fixed plans, and is not intent on arriving. If you do not change direction, you may end up where you are heading. A journey of 1,000 miles must begin with a single step. Be content with what you have, rejoice in the way things are. When you realize there is nothing lacking, the whole world belongs to you. Do not look only at yourself, and you will see much. Do not justify yourself, and you will be distinguished. Do not brag, and you will have merit. Do not be prideful, and your work will endure. Few things under heaven bring more benefit than the lessons learned from silence and the actions taken without striving. If you would take, you must first give. This is the beginning of intelligence. In dwelling, live close to the ground. In thinking, keep to the simple. In work, do what you enjoy. In family life, be completely present. Music in the soul can be heard by the universe. Respond intelligently even to unintelligent treatment. The power of intuitive understanding will protect you from harm until the end of your days. The sage does not hoard. The more he helps others, the more he benefits himself. The more he gives to others, the more he gets himself. The way of heaven does one good but never does one harm. The way of the sage is to act but not to compete. The snow goose need not bathe to make itself light. Neither need you do anything but be yourself. The true person avoids extremes, self-indulgence, and extravagance. The true person benefits yet expects no reward, does the work and moves on. There is no desire to be considered better than others. There is no greater offense than harboring desires. There is no greater disaster than discontent. There is no greater misfortune than wanting more. Being deeply loved by someone gives you strength, while loving someone deeply gives you courage. When you are content to be simply yourself and don't compare or compete, everybody will respect you. Truthful words are not beautiful. Beautiful words are not truthful. Good words are not persuasive. Persuasive words are not good. Violence, even well-intentioned, always rebounds upon oneself. Good traveling does not leave tracks. Good speech does not seek faults. Good reckoning does not use counters. Good closure needs no bar and yet cannot be opened. Good knot needs no rope and yet cannot be untied. Those who know contentment are wealthy. While alive, the body is soft and pliant. When dead, it is hard and rigid. All living things, grass and trees, while alive, are soft and supple. When dead, become dry and brittle. Thus that which is hard and stiff is the follower of death. That which is soft and yielding is the follower of life. Marriage is 3 parts love and 7 parts forgiveness of sins. Kindness in words creates confidence. Kindness in thinking creates profoundness. Kindness in giving creates love. The good person is the teacher of the bad person. The bad person is the resource of the good person. Those who do not value their teachers and those who do not love their resources, although intelligent, they are greatly confused. The sage eliminates extremes, eliminates excess, eliminates arrogance. Those who do not lose their base endure. To lead people walk behind them. He who controls others may be powerful, but he who has mastered himself has true strength. A leader is best when people barely know he exists. When his work is done, his aim fulfilled, they will say, "We did it ourselves." Anticipate the difficult by managing the easy. An ant on the move does more than a dozing ox. Be the chief, but never the lord. Govern a great nation as you would cook a small fish. Do not overdo it. Great acts are made up of small deeds. In the world there is nothing more submissive and weak than water. Yet for attacking that which is hard and strong nothing can surpass it. It is better to do one's own duty, however defective it may be, than to follow the duty of another, however well one may perform it. He who does his duty as his own nature reveals it, never sins. One who is too insistent on his own views finds few to agree with him. People in their handling of affairs often fail when they are about to succeed. If one remains as careful at the end as he was at the beginning, there will be no failure. The true person governs by emptying the heart of desire and filling the belly with food, weakening ambitions and strengthening bones. The wise man does not lay up his own treasures. The more he gives to others, the more he has for his own. Those who have knowledge don't predict. Those who predict don't have knowledge. To see things in the seed, that is genius. To realize that you do not understand is a virtue, not to realize that you do not understand is a defect. The leader shows that style is no substitute for substance, that creating an impact is more potent than acting from one center. Fail to honor people, they'll fail to honor you. Plan difficult tasks through the simplest tasks. Achieve large tasks through the smallest tasks. The difficult tasks of the world must be handled through the simple tasks. The large tasks of the world must be handled through the small tasks. Therefore, sages never attempt great deeds all through life. Thus they can achieve greatness. In conflict, be fair and generous. In governing, don't try to control. The great generals are not warlike. The great warriors do not get angry. Those who are good at defeating enemies do not engage them. Those who are good at managing people lower themselves. It is called the virtue of non-contention. It is called the power of managing people. He who does not trust enough will not be trusted. Treat those that are good with goodness and also treat those who are not good with goodness. Thus goodness is attained. Be honest to those that are honest, and be also honest to those who are not honest. Thus honesty is attained. Act without contrivance and nothing will be beyond control. The reason heaven and earth are everlasting is because they do not exist for themselves. When achievement is completed, fame is attained, withdraw oneself. Achieving without arrogance, raising without dominion, this is called mystic virtue. Those who praise themselves have no merit, those who boast do not last. If you are depressed, you are living in the past. If you are anxious, you are living in the future. If you are at peace, you are living in the present. When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. When you are content to be simply yourself and don't compare or compete, everybody will respect you. Be content with what you have, rejoice in the way things are. When you realize there is nothing lacking, the whole world belongs to you. Health is the greatest possession. Contentment is the greatest treasure. Confidence is the greatest friend. Non-being is the greatest joy. I do not concern myself with gods and spirits, either good or evil, nor do I serve any. I have just three things to teach: simplicity, patience, compassion. These three are your greatest treasures. Knowing others is wisdom, knowing yourself is enlightenment. Life and death are one thread, the same line viewed from different sides. Life is a series of natural and spontaneous changes. Don't resist them, that only creates sorrow. Let reality be reality. Let things flow naturally forward in whatever way they like. Manifest plainness, embrace simplicity, reduce selfishness, have few desires. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. Silence is a source of great strength. The career of a sage is of two kinds. He is either honored by all in the world, like a flower waving its head, or else he disappears into the silent forest. The key to growth is the introduction of higher dimensions of consciousness into our awareness. The 10,000 things flourish and then each returns to the root from which it came. Returning to the root is stillness. Through stillness each fulfills its destiny. To the mind that is still, the whole universe surrenders. When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. Without stirring abroad, one can know the whole world. Without looking out of the window, one can see the way of heaven. The further one goes, the less one knows. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. Sages do not accumulate. The more they assist others, the more they possess. The more they give to others, the more they gain. The highest goodness resembles water. Water greatly benefits myriad things without contention. The reason I have great misfortune is that I have the self. If I have no self, what misfortune do I have? Tranquility is returning to one's nature. The violent one cannot have a natural death. The world is a sacred instrument. One cannot control it. The one who controls it will fail. The one who grasps it will lose. Love is a decision, not an emotion. Surrender your self-interest. Love others as much as you love yourself. Then you can be entrusted with all things under heaven. Simple in actions and thoughts, you return to the source of being. Patient with both friends and enemies, you accord with the way things are. Compassionate toward yourself, you reconcile all beings in the world. If you realize that all things change, there is nothing you will try to hold on to. If you are not afraid of dying, there is nothing you cannot